Okay, so this is the first time that I'm saying hello. I definitely haven't been streaming for 12 minutes and just deleted my other recording. So good evening. We're going to be continuing reading Dracula. We left off reading the letters between Lucy and Mina. Lucy was talking about her multiple engagements and finally accepting one. And that led to an awkward conversation about my history, which we don't need to get back into. And that's pretty much where it left off. Lucy's just kind of bragging about everything. Oh, and everybody had a great weekend. They all partied, except for maybe a few. Yes, I'm glad that chat did not start with that this time, because then I would have to delete the intro. I mean, I did end up deleting the intro, but everybody seems to be behaving tonight. For the most part, for now, at least. We'll see. My exact spot that I left off. Okay, this is the letter talking about the 3 proposals. Give it time. Don't encourage them, okay? Don't encourage them. You're such a good mod, though. In a way, that is behaving. To an extent, at least. Give me that much. Okay. I will get a sip of blue. This soda's scratchy. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just nervous tonight. Creates chaos. Oh no. No chaos. Hopefully my allergies calm down soon and I'll be able to dress normally again. So this is, I am supposing later this evening, on the same date of the 24th of May. So this might be another letter from Lucy to Mina. It doesn't have an intro like the other one. It just says evening. Okay. Evening for somebody somewhere. In some point in the world. I don't know. Arthur has just gone, and I feel in better spirits than when I left off. So I can go on telling you about the day. Okay, so this is Lucy again. Well, my dear, number 2 came after lunch. He is such a nice fellow, an American from Texas. Not that I have a problem with Texas, just that doesn't make him nice. And he looks so young and so fresh that it seems almost impossible that he has been to so many places and has had such adventures. I sympathize with poor Desdemona. There we go. I did it. When she had such a dangerous stream poured in her ear. Ooh. Even by... Nope, not reading that. No, thank you. Book just got... It's not full-on racist, but it's insinuating some racism here. I suppose that we women are such cowards that we think a man will save us from fears, and we marry him. I know now that I would do if I were a man and wanted to make a girl love me. No, I don't. For there was Mr. Morris telling us his stories, and Arthur never told any, and yet, my dear, I am somewhat previous. Oh, that's the sentence. Mr. Quincy P. Morris found me alone. It seems that a man always does find a girl alone. No, he doesn't, for Arthur tried twice to make a chance. And I, helping him all I could, I'm not ashamed to say it now. I must tell you beforehand that Mr. Morris doesn't always speak slang. That is to say, he never does so to strangers or before them. For he is really well educated and has exquisite manners. But he found out that it amused me to hear him talk American slang. And whenever I was present, there was no one to be shocked. He said such funny things. I'm afraid, my dear, he has to invent it all, for it fits exactly into whatever else he has to say. But this is a way slang has. I do not know myself if I shall ever speak slang. I do not know if Arthur likes it, as I have never heard him use any as yet. Well, Mr. Morris sat down beside me and looked as happy and jolly as he could, but I could see all the same that he was very nervous. He took my hand in his and said ever so sweetly, "Miss Lucy, I know I ain't good at..." Oh my God, I can't even read in it. "I know I ain't good enough to regulate the fixins of your little shoes. But I guess if you wait till you find a man that is, you will join them 7 young women with the lamps when you quit. Won't you just hitch up alongside of me and let us go down the long road together, driving in double harness?" Oh, thank you, Germ. Oh, am I missing chat? No, I'm not. Okay. Howdy doody, Texas. Yes. Howdy doody, Texas. I'm not going to do the accent. But thank you so much, Jerem. I may or may not have invited chaos with that gifted sub. What did you do? What'd you do? What just... Oh no. Okay. Back to reading with this Texas man. Oh no. What did you do? Is it nice chaos? I hope it's nice chaos. Well, he did look so good-humored and so jolly that it didn't seem half so hard to refuse him as it did poor Dr. Seward. That's an unfortunate name. So I said, as lightly as I could, that I did not know anything of hitching, and that I wasn't broken to harness at all yet. Then he said that he had spoken in a light manner, and he hoped that if he had made a mistake in doing so, and so on, so grave, so momentous an occasion for him, I would forgive him. He really did look serious when he was saying it, and I couldn't help feeling a bit serious too. I know, Mina, you will think me a horrid flirt, though I couldn't help feeling a sort of exultation that he was number 2 in one day. And then, my dear, before I could say a word, he began pouring out a perfect torrent of lovemaking, laying his very heart and soul at my feet. He looked so earnest over it. I shall never again think that a man must be playful always, and never earnest, because he is merry at times. I suppose he saw something in my face which checked him, for he suddenly stopped and said with a sort of manly fervor that I could have loved him for if I had been free. And see, that's a buddy of mine. We tend to get drunk and give each other shit. Oh no. But I get the feeling he might appreciate it here, or may my enthusiasm get the best of me. Oh, well, I hope he does enjoy it. And if not, that's too bad for him. There's enough people who do enjoy it. There's always room for more. I love the people in my chat. They're always so nice. Mostly respectful. Mostly. Yeah, I mean, the drunkenness sometimes gets exciting. But otherwise, it's usually pretty wholesome. I would really like my allergies to calm down. I should have taken an allergy pill. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll take a Benadryl after streaming and knock myself out. It'll be fun. Lucy, you are an honest-hearted girl. I know. I should not be here speaking to you as I am now if I did not believe you clean grit, whatever that means, right through to the very depths of your soul. Tell me, like one good fellow to another, is there anyone else that you care for? And if there is, I'll never trouble you a hair's breadth again, but will be, if you will let me, a very faithful friend. Aw. Oh, thank you, Germ. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're starting the tequila. Here we go. It's okay. You're still a good mod even when you're drunk. That's the best part, is you still get shit done. 0 tolerance. Except for alcohol. My dear Mina, why are men so noble when we women are so little worthy of them? I don't agree with that. Here was I almost making fun of this great-hearted true gentleman. I burst into tears, I am afraid. My dear, you will think this a very sloppy letter, in more ways than one. And I really felt very badly. Why can't they let a girl marry 3 men? Or as many as want her? And save all this trouble? But this is heresy, and I must not say it. I am glad to say that, though I was crying, I was able to look into Mr. Morris's brave eyes, and I told him out straight. Yes, there's someone I love, though he has not told me yet that he even loves me. I was right to speak to him so frankly, for quite a light came into his face, and he put out both his hands and took mine. I think I put them into his and said in a hearty way, not the Chad, hey, you did make it in time. You didn't miss much at all. I only read 1 page, so you're good. Welcome, totally not the Chad. It's good to see you. What if the alcohol is the secret of his modding success? Don't tell him that. But yes, you do have my confidence, Jer. I believe in you. I lost my place. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. You know what? I believe it. Oh, yes, she was talking about marrying 3 men at a time. I mean, if they all consent. Ugh. Anyway. That's my brave girl. It's better worth being late for a chance of winning you than being in time for any other girl in the world. Don't cry, my dear. If it's for me, I'm a hard nut to crack, and I take it standing up. If that other fellow doesn't know his happiness well, he'd better look for it soon, or he'll have to deal with me. Little girl, your honesty and pluck have made me a friend, and that's rarer than a lover. It's more unselfish anyhow. You're calling... Okay, he's saying this somewhat sweet thing, but he's still calling her little girl. That's... Alright. Awesome, I'm all in. This will be my meditation tonight. Aw. Oh, awesome. I'll try not to prattle too much in between reading. I'm struggling with my allergies, which is why I have glasses and no choker tonight, and my nose is constantly sniffling. But I will do my best to keep your meditation at a good pace. My dear, I'm going to have a pretty lonely walk between this and Kingdom Come. Won't you give me one kiss? Ah, there it is. Yep, there it is. It'll be something to keep off the darkness now and then. You can, if you like, for that other good fellow. He must be a good fellow, my dear, and a fine fellow, or you could not love him. Hasn't spoken yet. That quite won me, Mina, for it was brave and sweet of him, and noble, too, to a rival, wasn't it? And he's so sad, so I... Oh, that's okay. It said it just like, okay, that's just weird wording. Maybe if I read more, it'll fix itself. And he's so sad, so I leant over and kissed him. He stood up with my 2 hands in his, and as he looked down into my face, I'm afraid I was blushing very much, and he said, "Little girl," he said it again. Oh, thank you, not the chat. "Little girl, I hold your hand, and you've kissed me. And if these things don't make us friends, nothing ever will. Thank you for your sweet honesty to me, and goodbye." He wrung my hand, and taking up his hat, went straight out of the room without looking back, without a tear or a quiver or a pause. And I am crying like a baby. Oh, why must a man like that be made unhappy when there are lots of girls about who would worship the very ground he trod on? I know I would if I were free. Only I don't want to be free. My dear, this quite upset me, and I feel I cannot write of happiness just at once, after telling you of it. And I don't wish to tell of the number 3 until it can all be happy. Ever your loving, Lucy. P.S. Oh, about number 3. I needn't tell you of number 3, need I? Besides, it was all so confused. It seemed only a moment from his coming into the room till both his arms were around me, and he was kissing me. I am very, very happy, and I don't know what I have done to deserve it. I must only try in the future to show that I am not ungrateful to God for all his goodness to me in sending me such a lover, such a husband, and such a friend. Goodbye. How long have you known this man? I'm pretty sure she's only 19. Left Toe Jen, hey! I enjoy that this whole story is in journal entries. Me too. I've never actually had a chance to read through Dracula, so this is nice. And thank you, Jerem. Thank you for the shout out, because he's amazing. Everyone here is. Yeah, Jerem is on point tonight, and he's already started the tequila. I know, I need to make more of those. I'm sorry. I started working on the vector before another emote, and then I just haven't finished it. It's a process. Yep, salud. Alright, so Dr. Seward's diary, kept in phonograph. The 25th of May. Ebb tide and appetite today. Cannot eat, cannot rest. So diary instead. Since my rebuff of yesterday, I have a sort of empty feeling. Nothing in the world seems of sufficient importance to be worth the doing. As I knew that the only cure for this sort of thing was work, I went down amongst the patients. I picked out one who has afforded me a study of much interest. He is so quaint that I am determined to understand him as well as I can. Today I seem to get nearer than ever before to the heart of his misery. Mystery, not misery. He might be miserable, though. I questioned him more fully than I had ever done. Maybe you should probably question them fully every time. Just a thought. With a view to making myself master of the facts of his hallucination. In my manner of doing it, there was, I now see, something of cruelty. I seemed to wish to keep him to the point of his madness, a thing which I avoid with the patients as I would the mouth of hell. And there's a little memo here. Under what circumstances would I not avoid the pit of hell? Hell has its price. And he is making all sorts of little memos here. If there be anything behind this instinct, it will be valuable to trace it afterwards accurately. So I had better commence to do so. Therefore, R.M. Renfield. 59, sanguine, temperament, great physical strength, morbidly excitable, periods of gloom, ending in some fixed idea which I cannot make out. I presume that the sanguine, I don't know, I think it's sanguine, temperament itself, and the disturbing influence end in a mentally accomplished finished. A possibly dangerous man, probably dangerous if unselfish. In selfish men, caution is as secure an armor for their foes as for themselves. What I think of on this point is when self is the fixed point, the centripetal force is balanced with the centrifugal. When duty, a cause, etc., is the fixed point, the latter force is paramount, and only accident, or a series of accidents, can balance it. I don't know, some weird doctor shit. That's basically what he said. That's what just happened. Okay, so this is a letter, Quincy P. Morris to Arthur Holmwood. So from Morris to Arthur. So I think that's we're going through the men that proposed, I think. My dear Art, we've told yarns by the campfire in the prairies and dressed one another's wounds after trying a landing at the Marquesas? I don't know how to say that. And drunk healths on the shore of Titicaca. Haha. I only know that because of fucking Beavis and Butthead. I don't even know if that's actually how you say it or if that's just how everybody says it because of that show. Treating madness with spinning. Yeah. There are more yarns to be told, and other wounds to be healed, and another health to be drunk. Would you let this be at my campfire tomorrow night? I have no hesitation in asking you, and I know a certain lady is engaged to a certain dinner party, and that you are free. There will only be one other, our old pal at the Korea, Jack Seward. He is coming too, and we both want to mingle our weeps over the wine cup, and to drink a health with all our hearts to the happiest man in the wide world, who has won the noblest heart that God has made, and the best worth winning. We promise you a hearty welcome, and a loving greeting, and a health as true as your own right hand. We shall both swear to leave you at home if you drink too deep to a certain pair of eyes. Come. Yours, as ever and always, Quincy P. Morris. Okay, so now these guys are all going to drink together because they got rejected by the same lady. Well, hello, Black Metal Werewolf. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm just judging people. Not actual people. Characters. Not real people. Not right now, at least. Okay, so the end of this chapter is the 26th of May, the next day. This is a telegram from Arthur to Morris. Count me in every time. I bear messages which will make both your ears tingle. Art. This man writes out this nice, poetic, loving letter inviting him out, and Arthur's just like, fuck yeah. See ya. He didn't do nothing, just 2 sentences. Art. Alright, I respect it. Okay, so chapter 6. This is Mina's journal now. So this is now the perspective of Mina. And we are jumping from May to the 24th of July. It kind of jumps all over the place with the dates. I think with Jonathan, it was throughout June. Maybe some of July. I can't remember exactly. It may have been till the end of June. And then Lucy and Mina seem to be throughout May. And now we're in July. So I'm wondering if Jonathan was throughout July as well. Trying to remember. Okay. Whitby. Lucy met me at the station, looking sweeter and lovelier than ever, and we drove up to the house at the Crescent in which they have rooms. This is a lovely place. The little river, the Esk, runs through a deep valley, which broadens out as it comes near the harbor. A great viaduct runs across, with high piers through which the view seems somehow further away than it really is. The valley is beautifully green, and it is so steep that when you are on the highland on either side, you look right across it, unless you are near enough to see down. The houses of the old town, the side away from us, are all red-roofed and seem piled up, one over the other. So, anyhow, my goodness, the light is awful. Plus my eyes freaking out. I love Whitby. Aw. Excuse me. Got allergies tonight. I have to wipe my nose. Excuse me. So sorry. I'm so sorry. It's bothering me. I was fine all day until suddenly allergies. See, the structure of the story is interesting. I thought it would be more straightforward. I thought so too. But no, it goes all over the place with lots of different journal entries and letters, which is fascinating. I like it. It's an interesting way to tell a story. Now, if my face would behave and stop doing things. Again, sorry to complain. All right. I lost my place. Here we go. Like the pictures we see in Nuremberg. Right over the town is the ruin of Whitby Abbey, which was sacked by the Danes, and which is the scene of part of Marmion, where the girl was built up in the wall. It was a most noble ruin, of immense size, and full of beautiful and romantic bits. There is a legend that a white lady is seen in one of the windows. Between it and the town there is another church, the parish one, around which is a big graveyard. all full of tombstones. This is, to my mind, the nicest spot in Whitby, for it lies right over the town and has a full view of the harbor, all up the bay to where the headland, calls Kettleness, stretches out into the sea. It descends so steeply over the harbor that the part of the bank has fallen away, and some of the graves have been destroyed. In one place, part of the stonework of the grave stretches out over the sandy pathway far below. There are walks, with seats beside them, through the churchyard, and people go and sit there all day long, looking at the beautiful view and enjoying the breeze. I shall come and sit here every often myself and work. Indeed, I am writing now, with my book on my knee, and listening to the talk of 3 old men who are sitting beside me. They seem to do nothing all day but sit up here and talk. The harbor lies below me with, on the far side, one long granite wall stretching out into the sea, with a curve outward at the end of it, in the middle of which is a lighthouse. A heavy seawall runs along outside of it. On the near side, the seawall makes an elbow crooked inversely, and its end, too, has a lighthouse. Between the 2 piers there is a narrow opening into the harbor, which then suddenly widens. It is nice at high water, but when the tide is out, it shoals away to nothing, and there is merely the stream of the Esk, running between the banks of sand, with rocks here and there. Outside the harbor, on this side, there rises for about half a mile a great reef, the sharp edge of which runs straight out from behind the south lighthouse. At the end of it is a buoy with a bell, which swings in bad weather and sends a mournful sound on the wind. They have a legend here that when a ship is lost, bells are heard out at sea. I must ask the old man about this. He's coming this way. Allergies, yeah. Yes, I definitely have really bad allergies tonight. Oh, you sat on those benches? Oh, nice. I'm so jealous. But yes, my allergies are acting up today. I'm having a hard time actually reading because my right eye keeps tearing up and my nose is running and my neck is freaking out. It's a fun time. I'll read as long as I can, but I don't think tonight is going to be a very long stream because of my allergies, but I wanted to at least come on and try to read for you guys as much as I could. He is a funny old man. He must be awfully old, for his face is all gnarled and twisted like the bark of a tree. Well, that's not very nice. He tells me that he is nearly 100 and that he was a sailor in the Greenland fishing fleet when Waterloo was fought. He is, I am afraid, a very skeptical person, for when I asked him about the bells at the sea and the White Lady at the Abbey, he said very briskly? I don't know that word. We're starting off strong tonight. I wouldn't fash mazel about them, miss. I don't know what that means. Them things be all worn out. Mind, I don't say that they never was. Oh my God, the English is so bad. But I do say that they wasn't in my time. It makes it harder to read. They be all very well forecomers and trippers and the like, but not for a nice lady like you. Them feet folks from York and Leeds that be always eatin' cured herrings and drinking tea and looking, oh my God, please enunciate, out to buy cheap jet would creed aught. God, this guy. I wonder, Maisel, who'd be bothered telling lies to them, even the newspapers, which is full of full talk. This is a labor. I thought he would be a good person to learn interesting things from, so I asked him if he would mind telling me something about the whale fishing in the old days. Don't ask him any questions, because then I have to read what he has to say. Please, don't. He was just settling himself to begin when the clock struck 6, whereupon he labored to get up and said, I don't want to read what he said. I don't. I must gang... Oh my God. Again words? What? I must gang... Again words home now? What is this? Who speaks like this? My granddaughter doesn't like to be kept waitin' when the tea is ready, for it takes me time to crammel aboon the grease, for there be a many of 'em, and a miss I lack belly timber sarely by the clock. I hate this guy so much. I can't do it. I can't even just read through it with it's, oh my God. Thankfully this man is gone now. That was he hobbled away and I could see him hurrying as well as he could down the steps. The steps are a great feature for the place. They lead from the town up to the church. There are hundreds of them. I do not know how many. And they wind up in a delicate curve. The slope is so gentle that a horse could easily walk up and down them. I think they must originally have had something to do with the abbey. I shall go home too. Lucy went out visiting with her mother, and as they were only duty calls, I do not go. They will be home by this. And then we're jumping ahead to August 1st. So the last one was July 24th. Now it's August 1st. I'm out of liquid. We will put blue liquid in here now. No more soda. I've had enough soda. Oh, the Artful Salad Dodger. Man, my reading is so bad tonight. Just reading names. Maybe put some marbles in your mouth or something. You know, it would come out about the same. It would probably sound exactly like what this man was saying. Just put marbles in my mouth. Eat a horde of marshmallows and try to talk through them or something. You got a scorpion. Great. Now you have to fill up your entire inventory with them. Good luck. Oh, 108 Steps by Whitby. They're the cover of my last book. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so we're at the bottom of this page. I came up here an hour ago with Lucy, and we had a most interesting talk with my old friend and the 2 others who always don't make me read more from this man. It's gonna make me read more from this man. Which book is this? I just tuned in and don't recognize it. We are reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. So this is actually a... Hold on, let me mark this page. This is... Wait for it. So we're reading a collection of vampire classics in their original texts. We've already read Carmilla, and now we're reading, parts of Dracula. I kind of go through, read a couple chapters each time I stream, when I'm not doing a gaming stream. And we just slowly work our way through the stories. And so the next one we'll be reading is Dracula's Guest. But we'll go through this book and then I have another book that I need to check, and I need to look for my Lovecraft book. I do have one somewhere. I need to double check that it's the original text. But we've also read through Frankenstein, the original text. And if you want to see the stuff that I've streamed in the past that Twitch probably doesn't have up anymore, I actually do have a YouTube where I usually post my reading streams. So if people miss it, they can go over there and check it out. If you check my links, there should be a link to my YouTube. And that'll take you there. I'm actually a little behind on my uploads, so I apologize for that. I still have to upload Carmilla, but Frankenstein should be up and completed, pretty sure. But yeah, it's usually every Tuesday and Saturday that I do reads. And we're pretty well into Dracula. I'm trying to see how much is left. I didn't find the end of it yet. We've still got a ways to go. Okay, we really do have a ways to go. Dracula takes up most of this book, apparently. I've never actually read through. Oh, here we go. Is this the end here? Okay, so we have this much left of Dracula that I know of. But there is this section called the Judge's House. I don't know what this is, but it's not listed on the front of the book. So I'm assuming perhaps it's another part? No? Are there just mini stories in here? Because there's a few of these. What is this book? Well, anyway, we've got quite a ways to go with Dracula. So you haven't missed too much. See, I've not read Dracula. I've read everything Rice has written. I do have some Anne Rice stuff. I don't know if it's her spooky stuff. I'll have to see what I have. I need to go through my books. Everything's still packed. I just moved to a new house, so I still don't have my stuff set up. But you missed several classics. So have I. That's part of the reason why I started this stream, was so that I could read to other people and not only force myself to read, but enjoy some company while doing so. Good witching hours? Yes, always, of course. Highly recommend it, which, by the way, hello, Layla. And you are the one, Moonshadow, or Layla, is the one that gave me this collection book here, as well as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I did get that book from Layla as well, which that one I've been doing a read for the Forbidden site. That tends to get some exclusive reads here and there, which I need to catch up on that as well. I apologize to everybody on there. Sorry to turn this into a text stream, but you're getting a ground loop through your mic. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by ground loop? I don't know what that is. No idea. I hear no such thing. It's like a tapping occasionally. I mean, is anybody else hearing this? Because I haven't heard this on any of my streams when I play them back. Yeah, I mean, occasionally my book will tap the mic. Maybe it's that, because I'm trying to get it into the light. But I don't know. I haven't had any issues with this mic. The only explanation I can come up with is it's the book tapping it. I catch myself tapping it every once in a while. But no, this mic is brand new. Brand new mic. So it should be good to go. I'll play it back a bit and check on it, see how the recording is later. But yeah, maybe it's something with your speakers? I don't know. Might be hearing just moisture popping from the opening and closing of your mouth. Maybe. Possibly. Could be that. I'm back. Couldn't sleep. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. It's okay. We're trying to figure out some... I can't say it's really a tech issue because no one else is hearing it. Okay, well, I don't also smell burnt toast, so I'm just going mad. Not having a stroke. Okay, wait. That's good? I don't know. I love it when all the lurkers come out. I'm always amazed how quiet chat is until chat is addressed. Yes, when I'm actually reading, everybody's quiet. But as soon as somebody pops up, that's all the chat. And then we're talking for a good solid 10 minutes. You're just hearing things? Possibly. Possibly. Again, it could be my book tapping the mic, because I do turn it a lot and I catch myself tapping the mic, so it could be that. So you may not be hearing things. I could also be sometimes I tap my desk. So it might not be that. You don't have to shush. You're trying to be helpful, so don't do that to yourself, okay? You're good. You're trying to be helpful. It's fine. We're all good here. We're a happy bunch here. Well, we're a nice bunch here. I'm sure some of us deal with depression. I know I do. Anyway, I lost my place. I know I'm at the 1st of August here, which is my birth month. Oh man, I'm turning 31. Ugh, not ready for it. Okay, so I think we only just got one sentence in on this one. He is evidently the Sir Oracle of them, and I should think must have been in his time a most dictatorial person. They always bring out, it's the most simplest words I get confused over, but put in a huge complicated German word and I'm like, I got that. That's fine. Makes perfect sense to me. He will not admit anything, and down faces everybody. If he can't out-argue them, he bullies them. Oh, charming. And then takes their silence for agreement with his views. Lucy was looking sweetly pretty in her white lawn frock. She has got a beautiful color since she has been here. I noticed that the old men did not lose any time in coming up and sitting near her when we sat down. She is so sweet with old people. I think they all fell in love with her on the spot. Even my old man succumbed and did not contradict her, but gave me double share instead. I got him on the subject of the legends, and he went off at once on a sort of sermon. I must try to remember it and put it down. Oh no. Okay, here we go. We're going to be reading this guy's dialect again, if you can call it that. I've been 31 for months. I hate it. Yeah. Wait until you're 46. I really hope that I age gracefully or continue to age gracefully. So far, things have been pretty okay. I stay out of the sun. I haven't gained a bunch of weight. In fact, it's the opposite direction. I can't stop losing weight right now. Not to go into my personal issues, I'm having trouble with my weight. But hopefully I continue to age gracefully. Hopefully I stay looking young enough to do Catwoman for a while. That's what's important. Gotta know the priorities. I'm just procrastinating before. I looked at one of the words in the middle of the paragraph. It's so long. Oh no. I have to. Okay. I wish this was alcohol, but it's not. Who did this to me? Who the fuck wrote this? Well, I know who wrote it, but oh my god. Streams of me. It was tempting for a second there. I thought about it, like, oh, I'm losing connection. Oh no. Oh, coffee or tea? Look at you. All right. Okay, breathe, damn it. Maybe I'll do that one first, and then I'll make a coffee real quick. You know, that would. Thank you. I can see an ally in you. Here we go. We will mark this horde page, and we will make a coffee. Really quick. You'll be able to hear me in the background probably because my espresso maker is incredibly loud, and I'm not going to put it on the be right back screen. You know what? I'm going to let you guys hear me go through this. Just try your best. Oh, thank you. You guys are so wholesome. Okay, I'm going to make this coffee. It's right there, so I'll be close by. I won't be able to hear you in chat anyway, but I'm still here. Could be worse. It's not like you're reading. Oh, actually, that would be kind of fun because you're not supposed to understand that. You're supposed to understand this guy. All right, let me do this coffee. He has redeemed his points, and it's a lot of points, so I must do it. But I'm right here. Still here. Still in the room. I assure you. My nose is running, but I'm here. Oh my. Okay. Don't spill the sugar. Don't spill the sugar. Oh my. Alright. Good job, Spanky. You're just breaking everything, aren't you? I'm gonna grab milk. Come on. That's to warm up for a second. Weird. Come on, Mel. What's going on? I love you guys. Just making that clear. Alright, milk's almost done. Why is it taking so long? Come on. There we go. Got coffee. Okay. Okay. We have coffee. Yay. Thank you. Thank you, Artful Salad Dodger, for redeeming 1,000 points to get me to make coffee to avoid reading this terrible, torturous part of this book. Of an otherwise wonderful book. So we have coffee. Oh, has chat been lively while I was gone? Oh no, what did I miss? I don't know if you guys could hear me making a mess, but I made a mess. Just try your best. Okay, that's where. Let's see. You keep hearing it. Oh no. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what it could be. Are you sure it's not a buffering issue? Maybe. Okay, we're talking about sound issues. Oh, good. I didn't miss too much. Yeah, I almost broke a glass. But it's okay. I didn't. I almost did, but I did not. But I think... yeah. Yeah, you guys caught me. That I almost broke things. Okay. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Maybe it's a ghost doing a mic check. Yeah, you can post the clip if you need to. That's fine. Yeah. Because I'm curious to see what's going on. Apparently there's a couple of clips up that I didn't know about. Ambient and spanky noises. Spanky noises. Adult, oh my god. Wait, when did I put up points for adult beverage? And when did you get that many fuck. Hold on. I've got a little bit of vodka here. And here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a little bit of vodka. And I'm going to take... you know what? I'm just going to take the shot of it. We'll do that. When did you get so many points, Jerem? To you, Jerem. Again, we are stalling on this terrible dialogue. Oh, it was impossible not to hear you. Oh, no. Could send me in a whisk. Okay. Vodka coffee, though, it's tempting, but I'm just gonna get it down quick. Get it down quick so I can enjoy my coffee. That was so lovingly redeemed. I know, right? You did it. You got to 6,000. How long were you saving that, Jerem? Oh no. Oh no. I don't remember what my other redeems are, so it's going to be a surprise. I have a proper espresso machine from a cat. Ooh, nice. They are noisy. Yeah. I mean, even my Nespresso machine is very noisy. It's one of the older ones. It's so loud, but it's so tasty. And the frothy milk, I love it. Now I have two things I don't want to do. I don't want to drink this, and I don't want to read that. But I'm going to do them both. All right. I read that clip as there's the pooping, not there's the popping. Oh my, I didn't even drink this yet. All right, here we go. To you, Jerem. Oh. Why do I keep that? I hate vodka. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm still saving points. I will get you pizza. Just make sure if you redeem the pizza one that it's during a time when I can get it. I'll try and keep some frozen ones on hand just in case it is in the middle of the night. Otherwise, if it's something like ordering, it has to be during like a day stream, which I have not done yet. But I do intend to do. I think there is a popping, but it's super subtle. I usually have very high noise floors since I have a multiple lurks up. Okay, that's a trip. There's a repeated clicking in the clip, but not at all on my end while viewing. No, typically I don't, but I do plan on doing it at least when I... Oh, Black Metal Werewolf. Oh, thank you, Black Metal Werewolf. You're such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. Oh, this is too much. This is too much frothy milk, but I want it. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying my coffee. I'm not even reading. I'm so sorry for the people that just came in. We're at a part in Dracula where this man speaks a very difficult dialogue or dialect, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate this man. He seems like such a normal guy. Like nothing is even wrong with this man, but I hate him. And he has done nothing wrong other than speak terribly. Yorkshire sailor, yes. It's really its own like it is. I looked at one word in the middle of this long ass paragraph of this man's rantings and had to close the book for a second. You hear it too? Okay. So what should I do? What should we do about this popping? 17 viewers. Oh, yes. Thank you, Power Rob. There's another shout out we have to do. Thank you. Thank you, Jerem. You are on point today after making me take a shot. So, another friend of mine that does streaming. He also does music. He does vocal coaching and just all sorts of stuff. He's awesome. Definitely check him out. Right, Jerem? Jerem is on point today. Good job, Jerem. Not as happy about the vodka, but, you know, that's all I have right now. I don't have any other alcohol. There might be some wine upstairs, but it's not mine. I don't want to take it. An XLR mic? It's a pseudo-tac. It was on sale when I got it. Oh, you're gonna send me tequila now. Yeah, sounds like an issue with the cord. Oh no. Alright, so now everybody is hearing it. It is. Yes, it's a USB mic. Please don't crap out on me. It's too early for that. Is my phone? You know what? Now it's not. It was on my desk, so I don't know if that's usually where my phone is because someone's usually texting me. Power Rob. That may have been it. Okay, maybe I just had it. You know what? I usually have my phone over on my other table, not on this desk. Okay. Well, hopefully my phone is far enough. I kind of threw it across the room. So if anybody texts me, I'm not going to get it. So good luck. I hope there's no emergencies. It's on silent, and I threw it over there on the bed. Airplane mode works too. Well, I already threw it. It's already been an airplane and flew over there. It's gone. It's out. It's away. 5 out of 9. I'm happy with that. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot what you were talking about for a second. Oh, by the way, I have a bunch of stuff to give you. I forgot that I was storing it in my mailbox, not in my inventory. So I do have stuff for you. Yeah, the noise is gone. Okay, so it was my phone. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Power Rob. Again. This guy he knows what he's talking about. So we're all good? Am I good to... Oh, God. Am I good to read this terrible shit? Here we go. All right. Read. And of course, there's 18 viewers in here when I have to read the worst part of the book. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. I do still love you, and I don't blame you for this. I blame the author. Just hold up the page and... Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I have to at least attempt it. Oh, man. I don't even know what one of the... What? Who talks like this? Oh, man. How did he make it through life? Hello, Lily Kate. You walked in on me being miserable. Other than this lovely coffee that the artful salad dodger has redeemed for me. You've got this. All right. Okay. I've sat in a pub listening to sailors. It would be while everyone was drunk. Didn't understand a word, but it's great fun. It's not great fun to read it. I don't know how somebody wrote this. All right. I must try to remember it and put it down. Fuck. My God, the first 4 words. It be all full talk, lock, stock, and barrel. That's what it be, and nout else. I think he's trying to say not, but it's nout. These bands and wafts, and bogos, and barguests, and bogles, and oh my God, what are you saying? And all in it, them is only fit to set barons and dizzy women a beldering. What is he saying? They be nout. Again, it says nout, but airblebs. You can say not. You could say not, but you're not, are you? I'm trying to follow the text, but can't. I'm reading it, and I don't know what this man is saying. They and all Grims and... No, sorry. An, not and. You know, he doesn't say the letter D. Signs and warnings be all invented. Oh, you said D there. He can pronounce D. He just chooses not to in the word and. By parsons, not persons, parsons, and ilsome buke bodies. I'm only 4 lines in, and railway touters to, oh God, to scare. I think he's trying to say scare, but it says skeer, and it's spelled I'm sorry, Skeer, and scunner, halflings. And to get folks to, oh my god, stop making me read this. Why did I agree to this? That vodka wasn't enough. This is so bad. I lost my place. They knout, but air blips. No, I was already there. Okay. It's hard to get my place back because I don't know what the fuck he's saying. To get folks to do something that they don't other incline to, it makes me, is it earful or ireful to think, oh, them. Oh, them. Why? It's them that, not content with printing lies on paper and preaching them out of, oh my god, pulpits. God, this man is terrible. Thank you, Lily Kate. I'm glad I have that on there. All in favor of skipping his dialogue. Oh, now okay, snack. I think I have some. We're just going to keep breaking this up. It's going to take us all night to get through this one paragraph. So bad. It's so bad. This is an otherwise great book. I do. I want to cry. But I want to laugh at the same time. It's so bad. Why am I getting more viewers in the worst part of the book? I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm sorry if this is your first time seeing me. This is terrible. Don't let this be your first impression of me, please. Oh, he was trying. I'm not doing an Irish accent. I'm trying to read this as plainly as possible, and I think it's just kind of making it worse. Okay. And again, it's really hard to keep my place because I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Really, I'm just reading through the words at this point just to get through them. I don't think we're going to come out of this paragraph knowing anything. We're not going to come out of this with any information other than this man can't fucking speak. The commentary is just making it so much better. Alright. Try again. Where was I? Oh no. Okay. Does want to be cutting them on the tombstones. I can't keep a straight face. Look here all around you, and what ert you will, all them steens, holding up their heads as well as they can, out of their pride. Oh, that actually made sense. Is a can't, nope, lost it again. Simply tumbling down with the weight o' the lies wrote on them. Here lies the body, or sacred to the memory wrote on all of them, and yet, in nigh half of them were their baint? Baint? No bodies? What? Baint no bodies at all. Oh my god. Who taught this man to speak? Chat's quite lively now. This makes sense. Yeah, I could see that. Sadly, it's time for me to leave you for tonight. Oh, okay. You have a good night. I am so sorry that we are ending your night on this. Hopefully you got a good laugh at it. Hopefully. Anyway, take care, Lady of Loss. I hope the night treats you well. There is definitely a rhythm to it. I do not have this rhythm. I can't figure it out. That being said, this guy must be the first Irish to reach the North Pole. I think he has reached the stratosphere. Or, you know what? No, he has reached the moon. This man, straight moon talk. I lost my place again. ASMR reading. This is the worst ASMR reading I have done yet. I can't stop laughing. It'll be fine if they don't do any more dialogue for this man. Okay. So, beat no bodies at all, and the memories of them beat cared a pinch of snuff about, much less sacred. Lies, all of them. Nothing but lies of one kind or another. Oh, there we go. That made sense. My Gog. Not my God. No, my Gog. G-O-G. Whatever that is. But it'll be a square scouterment at the day of judgment when they come tumbling up in their death sarks, all jouped together. Or is it jouped? I can't tell if I'm fucking up or this man is just terrible. Together and trying, I can't do trying, no, it's trying to drag their tombstones. Didn't he say tombstones right earlier? Now he's saying tombstones. He changed how he pronounces tombstone mid-paragraph. With them to prove how good they was. This is terrible. Some of them trimmelin'. What's trimmelin' and ditherin'? With their hands that dozened and slippy from lying in the sea that they can't even keep their grup o' them. Their grup, keep their grup of them. Up, no, grup o' them. What did he just say? There was something about the media. I know it. Okay. I'm going to attempt to translate this somewhat. He's basically saying the legends are bullshit and he hates that people are spreading them because there's already newspapers and shit that are full of bullshit. That is what this man just said. In all of that, all of this horror that I just read, that's all he said. That's it. That's all he said. Just that. Yeah. Basically what Lefto Jin just said that I totally missed because I wasn't looking at chat. I think that might be a typo. Probably, I don't know. This man is a typo. This entire human being is a typo. Thank you, Toe. I'm just, the horror I just read. Yeah, this is the scariest part of the book, is this man's dialect. It is. The vampires are not the scary part of this book. It's this guy. Eating my frothy milk. I'm so glad I have coffee. Okay. Let's hope there's nothing more from this man. Quincy Morris has quite the interesting background. What the fuck is the background? Alright, let's see. I could see from the old fellow's self-satisfied air and the way in which he looked round for the approval of his cronies that he was showing off. Showing what off? Nobody could understand him. So I put in a word to keep him going. Oh no. Why? Mina, don't do this to me. Mina, why? Alright. Oh, Mr. Swales, you can't be serious. Surely these tombstones are not all wrong. Fucking hate you, Mina. Fucking hate you, Mina. Yablins. It starts with Yablins. And my nose is running again. Breathing. Mina's just stirring the pot. Yes, she fucking is. She is a made-up character, and I fucking hate this bitch. ASMR, yeah. Yablins. Oh my god. There may be a poorish few, not wrong, saving where they make out the people too good. For there be folk that do think a bomb bowl be like the sea, if only it be their own. The whole thing be only lies. Now look you here. You come here a stranger, and you see this Kirkgarth? I nodded, for I thought it better to assent, though I did not quite understand his dialect. Gee. Huh. Really? Stop telling this man to speak. I knew it had something to do with the church. He went on. And, oh, so he can say and. He actually said and now. See, the thing is, his dialect isn't even consistent. And. You consate. That's what it says. That all these steens, again, he was saying stone before, now he's saying steen. I lost my place mid-sentence because of this man. All these steens be a boon folk that be happed here. Snod and snog. I assented again. Stop encouraging him, Mina. Then that be just where the lie comes in. Why, there be scores of these lay beds that be tomb as old Dunn's back a box on Friday night. He nudged one of his companions and they all laughed. And my God, oh, now he's saying and consistently. So we're past the and. We're at and now. And again, he's saying Gog. And my Gog. How could they be otherwise? Look at that one. The aftest abaft. The beer bank, which beers? Spelt German beer, not English beer. German beer. Read it. I went over and read. Edward Spensla, master mariner, murdered by pirates off the coast of Andros. April 1854. When I came back, Mr. Swales went on. I loved this book until I hated this book. See, now I'm losing viewers, and I'm not surprised. Next stream, we're just going to cliff notes the guy's dialogue and read them from. Do not clip any of this. Okay? Let me just. Whoever's been making the clips, don't clip this, please. Don't do that to me. This fucker is faking the accent, isn't he? He really isn't. You'd be amazed. No, I think it's genuine. I think he doesn't know how to speak. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. You know what? I'd rather read bad jokes than this man's terrible dialogue. And he goes on. Who brought him home? I wonder. To hap him here. Murdered off the coast of Andres. And, he's not saying and anymore. Now he's saying an again. An. You consated. His body lay under. Why I could name ye. Oh, now he's saying ye. Okay. A dozen whose bones lie in the Greenland seas above. He pointed northwards. Or where the currents may have drifted them. There be the steens around ye. Ye can, with your young eyes, read the small print of the lies from here. That was okay. That was all right. That was better. This Braithwaite Lowry? Yeah, whatever. I knew his father. Okay, so it's a name. That's forgivable. It's Lowry. I knew his father, lost in the lively off Greenland in 20, or Andrew Woodhouse, easy name, drowned in the same seas in 1777, or John Paxton, another easy name, drowned off the Cape Farewell a year later, or this guy doesn't shut the fuck up. Old John Rawlings, whose grandfather sailed with me, drowned in the Gulf of Finland in 50. Do ye think that all these men will have to make a rush to Whitby when the trumpet sounds? I have me antherums aboot it. It says aboot it. I tell ye that when they got here, they'd be Jomelin and Jocelyn one another that way, that it would, I think he means to say would, but it's just UD, would be like a fight up on the ice in the old days, when we'd be at one another from daylight to dark, and trying to tie up our cuts by the light of the aurora. Oh, you can say aurora borealis. He can say aurora borealis. He's very inconsistent. He is very inconsistent. He can't decide how to pronounce things. This was evidently local pleasantry, for the old man cackled over it, and his cronies joined in with gusto. But, I said, surely you are not quite correct, for you start on the assumption that all the poor people, or their spirits, will have to take their tombstones with them on the day of judgment. Do you think that will be really necessary? Mina, shut the fuck up. You know who. Oh, hello, you know who. Tomorrow I am going to open the time capsule I buried as a kid. I can't wait to see how big my puppy got. Oh my, that's terrible. Oh my. But at least it's not reading the dialogue of this monster. I think he's saying that people who died at sea and have graves in the churchyard aren't going to pop back when the rapture comes. Since they're required to have their tombstone. And she's arguing that he's full of shit. Hold on, sorry. Allergies. Okay, did you hear Darth Vader got a new wife? Elevator. Nice. I'm so glad everybody's bringing in cheesy jokes to make this easier on me. Oh, fuck. Thank God he said Aurora Borealis. Best ASMR ever. Oh my God. I really hope this is not some people's first time seeing this. This is terrible. Go back to Frankenstein. It's safer there. Oh my. Oh, another inconsistency. Well, what else be they tombstones? Now he's saying tombstones, not tombsteins. So he went from tombstones to tombsteins, back to tombstones. Answer me that, miss. To please their relatives, I suppose. To please their relatives, you suppose, he said with intense scorn. How will it pleasure their relatives to know that lies is wrote over them, and that everybody in the place knows that they be lies? He pointed to a stone at our feet, which had been laid down as a slab, on which the seat was rested, close to the edge of the cliff. Read the lies on that Thruftstein. So he's not even saying tomb anymore. So he was saying tombstone. Now he's at Thruftstein. That's not even close to tombstone. The letters were upside down to me from where I sat, but Lucy was more opposite to them, so she leaned over and read. Sacred to the memory of George Kennan, who died in the hope of a glorious resurrection on July 29th, 1873, falling from the rocks at Kettleness. This tomb was erected by his sorrowing mother to her dearly beloved son. He was the only son of his mother, and she was a widow. Oh, really, Mr. Swales, I don't see anything very funny in that. She spoke her comment very gravely and somewhat severely. You go, Lucy. Unfortunately, you're gonna egg him on to fucking talk more. I don't know how long I'm gonna last, guys. We have to at least get through this guy's dialogue, because I'm not going to start my next stream reading this shit. Let's see. Frankenstein was written 80 years prior to this and really is easier to read. It fucking is. Because Mary Shelley isn't trying to punish the literary public. Yeah, she's definitely not a fucking sadist. I think Stoker spent too long at the pubs. I think you are absolutely correct. I think he did as well. I'm sorry for anybody trying to sleep, and I'm losing my composure through this. I'm sorry to anybody watching the recording of this. I'm going to put a little warning in the title when I do upload it later that this is not ASMR. It's that's been taken. A fucking sadist. Yes. Here we go again. This man has more to say, and they just keep encouraging him. I'm having a good time. I just like hearing you read. Oh, thank you. But you see, when I get to the other characters, it gets a little better. Sometimes it takes me a while to get my rhythm in. It's usually about 30 minutes to an hour in. That's when I start getting my rhythm. But this man has ruined me. He has ruined me. But at least I have coffee still. It's very good. It's hazelnut. Oh, come now. You must have encouraged this silly ranting person in the pub before. When I can understand them, sure. Well, no. I did play Scrabble with a couple of Scots, and we couldn't tell who was cheating because we were all drunk, and our slang is very different. FYI, I was cheating. But it was a fun game. It was a fun time. So I guess if that counts, sure. Here we go. Ye don't see aught funny. Ha ha. But that's because ye don't gom the sorrowin'. Mother was a hellcat that hated him because he was a regular lamenter he was. And, we're not saying and anymore, we're back to Anne. And he hated her so that he committed suicide. Oh, you can committed. That's a big word to say correctly. Suicide, in order that she mightn't get an insurance she put on his life. He blew nigh the top of his head off with an old musket and that they had for scaring the crows with. 'Twarn't for crows then, for it brought the clegs and the daups to him. That's the way he fell off the rocks. And as to hopes of a glorious resurrection, I've often heard him say, Mazel, that he hoped he'd go to hell, for his mother was so pious, that she'd be sure to go to heaven, and he didn't want to addle where she was. Now, isn't that Steen? Yep, it's supposed to be stone, but it's Steen. At any rate, he hammered it with his stick as he spoke. A pack of lies. And, he's saying and again. So he was saying and earlier in this paragraph. Nope, we're at and now. Won't it make Gabriel keckle when Geordie comes pantin' up the grease, with the tombstone balanced on his hump, and asks it to be took as evidence? I don't know what to say. Mina, imagine. I don't know what to say either. Maybe stop encouraging this man. But Lucy turned the conversation as she said, rising up, "Oh, why did you tell us of this? It is my favorite seat, and I cannot leave it. And now I find I must go on sitting over the grave of a suicide." This man has more to say. "That won't harm ye, my pretty, and it may make poor Geordie gladsome to have so trim a lass sittin' on his lap. That won't hurt ye. Why, I've sat here off Anne. Oh, we're back to Anne. Now it doesn't have a D again. No more and. We're back to Anne. And on for nigh 20 years past, and it hasn't done me no harm." It's a double negative, my good sir. "Don't ye fash about them as lies under ye, or that doesn't lie there either. It'll be time for ye to be getting scart when ye see the tombstones all run away with, and the place is bare as a stubble field. There's the clock, and I must gang Not go. Gang. I must gang. He's got to partake in some gang activities. Is what this man must do. My service to ye ladies. And off he hobbled. Finally. It's about fucking time. I can breathe again. Lucy and I sat a while, and it was all so beautiful before us that we took hands as we sat. And she told me all over again about Arthur and their coming marriage. That made me just a little heartsick, for I haven't heard from Jonathan for a whole month. Oh my goodness, I would be searching for that man. See, I'm enjoying Spanky's reaction to this character more than the story. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying. That's some quality ASMR there. It's a great time. I can read. That man was expert mode right there. Hope he gets eaten by a bride. I'm glad somebody's enjoying this read, because this is just it's terrible. The same day. Oh, hold on. Let me sit proper. I'm hurting my back. Okay. Now that I'm not trying to read this gibberish, it's stressing me out. I came up here alone, for I am very sad. There was no letter for me. I hope there cannot be anything the matter with Jonathan. The clock has struck 9. I see the lights scattered all over the town, sometimes in rows where the streets are, and sometimes singly. They run right up the Esk and die away in the curve of the valley. To my left the view is cut off by a black line of roof of the old house next the abbey. The sheep and lambs are bleating in the fields away behind me, and there is a clatter of a donkey's hoofs up the paved road below. The band on the pier is playing a harsh waltz in good time. And further along the quay, there is a Salvation Army meeting in a back street. Neither the bands hears the other, but up here I hear and see them both. I wonder where Jonathan is, and if he is thinking of me. I wish he were here. I wish he were there too, because I would rather hear him speak than... okay, that last paragraph. Way better pace. This man ruined my whole read. I was hoping today was going to be a good quality read. Despite my allergies acting up, it was going to be a little better than last time, just taken a little more seriously, and then this guy happened. I'm hoping he does not come back into the book, because it ruins the whole pace. It ruins everything. It ruins my life. Okay, so should I keep reading, or should I just we're at 15 viewers. I'll read a little bit more. So for the people here that have missed the hell that I've just been through, but with the support of so many people trying to make it less terrible, we're trying to read Dracula, but there's a part of it that it's terrible. It's terrible. Skip that chapter. Just, you know what? Skip it. Skip that chapter. At least Stoker didn't do the Czech German accents in Transylvania. No, not really. No, he didn't do any other accents throughout the book. This is the only accent he actually wrote. So, I'll read a little bit more, but tonight might have to be an early night. Just because of that horribleness. Yeah, this next chapter is pretty long, but we can stop at this section. We'll do that. Okay. This is the diary of Dr. Seward. Wrote. For what it's worth, your drive to get past that dialogue in chapter was admirable. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was determined to get back to the story while reading the story. Just highlight this whole section as do not fucking read it. I feel so terrible for anybody else that has had to read this aloud. Okay, so now we're kind of back in time. We're back in June. We're at the 5th of June. Yes. The case of Renfield grows more interesting the more I get to understand the man. He has certain qualities very largely developed: selfishness, secrecy, and purpose. I wish I could get at what is the object, the latter. He seems to have some settled scheme of his own, but what it is I do not yet know. His redeeming quality is a love of animals. Ah, I relate. Though indeed, he has such curious turns in it that I sometimes imagine he is only abnormally cruel. His pets are of odd sorts. Just now, his hobby is catching flies. He has, at present, such a quantity that I have had myself to expostulate. Expostulate. Oh no. You clipped it. Oh my god. I love you guys. Oh, gotta get my composure. Okay. Sip the coffee. That's going on my Twitter, by the way. That's going up. It was so bad. But things can only go up from here, right? Oh no, I said it. This man's going to talk again. This man is going to tell the rest of the story. Oh no. Oh no. I hate it. I used to love this book. To my astonishment, he did not break out into a fury, as I expected, but took the matter in simple seriousness. He thought for a moment and then said, "May I have 3 days? I shall clear them away." Of course, I said that would do. I must watch him. See, I'm gonna send Spanky vampire puns after this. She deserves them for that guy's dialogue. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was... I couldn't keep myself from both laughing and wanting to cry the whole time. It was so bad. Just thinking about it is just, oh my god. Who wrote this? I mean, I know who wrote this, but why? Don't do it. The 18th of June. Oh, good night, Josh. Have a good sleep. I am so sorry that this was not a very relaxing read. I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be a nice read, and it wasn't. Anyway, I hope you sleep well. Take care. I shall bother you tomorrow. Where was I? He keeps feeding them with his flies. Oh. Okay, he has turned his mind now to spiders, and has got several very big fellows in a box. Actually, those are probably ladies, not fellows. Oh, black metal werewolf, you're cute. He keeps feeding them with his flies, and the number of the latter is becoming sensibly diminished. Although he has used half his food in attracting more flies from the outside to his room. Yeah, gotta feed those spiders. Oh no. Not yet. We have not seen if this gentleman comes back. We are on Dr. Seward's diary, and he is an eloquent man. I found a great audiobook of Dracula. It's got a full cast. Oh no. I feel so sorry for that actor. I really do. Now we're at the 1st of July. His spiders are now becoming as great a nuisance as his flies. And today I told him that he must get rid of them. He looked very sad at this. So I said that he must clear out some of them, at all events. He cheerfully acquiesced in this, and I gave him the same time as before for reduction. He disgusted me much while with him. For when a horrid blowfly, bloated with some carrion food, buzzed into the room, he caught it, held it for a few moments between his finger and thumb, and before I knew what he was going to do, put it in his mouth and ate it. Oh, much better than this other man's dialogue, much better. I scolded him for it, but he argued quietly that it was very good and very wholesome, and that it was life, strong life, and gave life to him. This gave me an idea, or the rudiment of one. I must watch how he gets rid of the spiders. He has evidently some deep problem in his mind, for he keeps a little notebook in which he is always jotting down something. Whole pages of it are filled with masses of figures, generally single numbers added up in batches, and then the totals added in batches again, as though he were focusing some account, as the auditors put it. Let's see, it makes you feel like you're writing the story. It's got sound effects and all. Oh man. Oh no. We've hit 5K. I don't even remember what my 5K one was. I might as well. Oh, this has been on chatting the whole. Oh my goodness. This has been on chatting the whole time, so the sound effects could have been redeemed, and thankfully everybody's been really nice about not redeeming them, so I appreciate that. I mean, this read is already kind of ruined for the ASMR part, but again, I really appreciate it. You guys had a chance to make lots of noise, and you did not, because you're good people. But again, now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. 8th of July. There is a method in his madness, and the rudimentary idea in my mind is growing. It will be a whole idea soon, and then, unconscious celebration. You will have to give the wall to your conscious brother. I kept away from my friend for a few days so that I might notice if there were any change. Things remain as they were, except that he has parted with some of his pets and got a new one. He has managed to get a sparrow, and has already partially tamed it. His means of taming is simple, for already the spiders have diminished. Oh ho. Those that do remain, however, are well fed, for he still brings in the flies by tempting them with his food. See, I did make a lot of noise here. Mostly expletives. Yeah, but not in the actual stream. There's noise things that you can redeem. Oh, you're close to 5,000. Oh my goodness. I think 5,000 is change the color of the light. My light over here. You can do that. And then of course there's all the other ones. Like the hidden command thing, which isn't really worth it for you, Jerem, because you already have all my commands. You already know them all. And of course, there's a few sound alerts and stuff. I might have to take another look at those. Change the color. Yes. Yes. There's a few color options on there. It's not a huge deal. I could probably figure out more. I lost my place. Okay, no, I didn't. I found my place. 19th of July. We are progressing. My friend has now a whole colony of sparrows, and his flies and spiders are almost obliterated. When I came in, he ran to me and said he wanted to ask me a great favor, a very, very great favor. And as he spoke, he fawned on me like a dog. I asked him what it was, and he said with a sort of rapture in his voice and bearing, "A kitten, a nice little sleek, playful kitten that I can play with and teach and feed and feed and feed." I was not unprepared for this request, for I had noticed how his pets went on increasing in size and vivacity. But I did not care that his pretty family of tame sparrows should be wiped out in the same manner as the flies and spiders. So I said I would see about it, and asked him if he would not rather have a cat than a kitten. His eagerness betrayed him as he answered, "Oh yes, I would like a cat. I only asked for a kitten lest you should refuse me a cat." No one would refuse me a kitten, would they? I shook my head and said that at present I feared it would not be possible, but that I would see about it. His face fell, and I could see a warning of danger in it, for there was a sudden fierce sidelong look which meant killing. The man is an undeveloped homicidal maniac. I shall test him with his present craving and see how it will work out. Then I shall know more. 10 p.m. the same day. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, who showed up in chat? I don't know. I have an amazing moderator that just went ahead and deleted all those messages because he's awesome. So the guy has returned and he's in chat. Oh no. Oh no. He needs to stay out of chat. No. You're stuck in the book. You stay in the book. Wasn't worth reading. No worries. Oh, okay. I'm guessing it was a spam bot or something. Or just somebody trolling. Okay, so 10 p.m. the same day. I have visited him again and found him sitting in a corner, brooding. When I came in, he threw himself on his knees before me and implored me to let him have a cat, that his salvation depended upon it. I was firm, however, and told him that he could not have it, whereupon he went without a word and sat down, gnawing his fingers in the corner where I had found him. I shall see him in the morning early. The 20th of July. Visited Renfield very early, before the attendant went his rounds. Found him up and humming a tune. He was spreading out his sugar, which he had saved, in the window, and was manifestly beginning his fly-catching again, and beginning it cheerfully with a good grace. I looked around for his birds, and not seeing them. I asked him where they were. He replied, without turning around, that they had all flown away. There were a few feathers about the room, and on his pillow a drop of blood. I said nothing, but went and told the keeper to report to me if there were anything odd about him during the day. See, I know the feel. I want a kitty baby too. Yeah, I miss my kitty. The doctor's detachment to the mentally unstable always made me mad for some reason. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have to do that because they have to stay impartial and be professional about it, but I feel like there isn't enough compassion involved in a lot of it. I think sometimes they get a little too detached. The cat loves to lick my toes. Oh, that's so cute. That's so sweet. 11 a.m., same day. The attendant has just been to me to say that Renfield has been very sick and has disgorged a whole lot of feathers. Oh no. My belief is, doctor, he said, that he has eaten his birds and that he just took and ate them raw. Oh my. 11 p.m., so 12 hours later. I gave Renfield a strong opiate tonight, enough to make even him sleep, and took away his pocketbook to look at it. The thought that has been... Oh, excuse me, sorry, I just kicked the table. The thought that has been buzzing about my brain lately is complete, and the theory proved. My homicidal maniac is of a peculiar kind. I shall have to invent a new classification for him and call him a Suphagus life-eating maniac. What he desires is to absorb as many lives as he can, and he has laid himself out to achieve it in a cumulative way. He gave many flies to one spider, and many spiders to one bird, and then wanted a cat to eat the many birds. What would have been his later steps? It would almost be worthwhile to complete the experiment. It might be done if there were only a sufficient cause. Men sneered at the vivisection, and yet look at its results today. Why not advance science in its most difficult and vital aspect, the knowledge of the brain? Had I even the secret of one such mind? Did I hold the key to the fancy of even one lunatic? I might advance my own branch of science to a pitch compared with which Burton Sanderson's physiologically or Fenrir's brain knowledge would be as nothing. If only there were a sufficient cause. To abuse animals? No. I must not think too much of this, or I may be tempted. A good cause might turn the scale with me, for may not I, too, be of exceptional brain? Jeez, this guy's full of himself. Let's see, well, this was back in the day where stabbing people in the brain was a cure. Well, yeah, that's true. Might be part of my distaste. Yeah, you know what? I agree fully. That's terrible. A lot of people suffered needlessly. I'm bipolar. You need a brain nail. Modern medicine. Pretty much, yeah, ice pick through the tear duct for you. Or there was electrocution, yes. Near drowning, mirror light treatment, super bad stuff. Yeah, they did a lot of terrible things back then. And they didn't know better, but some of it was pretty extreme. You'd think they'd know that it would cause a lot of pain. I'm sorry, I'm messing with the chocolate that was redeemed earlier and I didn't finish. I took a piece, but I didn't finish it. Sensory deprivation can be helpful for a couple of hours, or even like 30 minutes, but days? No. The idea, near as I can tell, was what would drive a sane man mad would drive a madman sane. Absolutely. That I'm sure that was the idea of quite a few of those past doctors. Penny Dreadful did a show, some of these medical treatments in detail for a character. I can't, I watched that show, but I forgot a lot of it. oddly enough, Disney movie. It's the second Alice in Wonderland. Return to Oz with Farouja Balk that kind of touches on some of the past treatments of mental illness on a little girl. It's pretty dark. I still love the film, but it's a little dark for some people. It is a good movie, yes. Let's see, how can one forget anything Ava Green does? Nobody can. Ava Green is a beautiful, beautiful lady. Yeah. I've got a crush on her. Everybody's got a crush on her. Let's see. We'll get to the end of Renfield, and then we can kind of chat for a little bit if you guys feel like it. Or I'll read off chat, and we'll go from there. Let's see. How well the man reasoned. Lunatics always do within their own scope. I wonder how many lives he values a man, or if at only one. He has closed the account most accurately, and today begun a new record. How many of us begin a new record with each day of our lives? To me, it seems only yesterday that my whole life ended with my new hope, and that truly I began a new record. So it will be until the great recorder sums me up and closes my ledger account with the balance to profit or loss. Oh, Lucy, Lucy, I cannot be angry with you, nor can I be angry with my friend whose happiness is yours. But I must only wait on hopeless and work. Work, work. If I only could have as strong a cause as my poor mad friend there, a good, unselfish cause to make me work, that would be indeed happiness. It's a very twisted happiness. Okay, so that's the end of the doctor's journal for now. We're going to be returning to Mina on the next one, but just in case she goes after that sailor, I need a break from that. So we can chat for a little bit. Anybody watching this on YouTube, I am so sorry that this ended up not being much of an ASMR read, but I hope somebody maybe enjoyed it, maybe got some amusement. Oh, don't be sorry that you're late. You missed some chaos. So we're going to be at the point of chatting. So to the people on YouTube, I hope you have a good night. To the people here, we can keep chatting a little bit.